It's Laura here with Cox Homestead, and I wanted to give you an update on some things we're happening here and some things we're working on and share with you some of our adventures in the process. Recently we went to the Homesteaders of America conference up in Front Royal, Virginia. We had prearranged for us to stop at Polyface Farm on the way, check out a few rabbits, and then pick them up on our way back home. And so I wanted to show you just a few clips of things I captured while we were there, talk about the rabbits that we got from there, and share why we did this. I hope you enjoy this, and if you did, make sure you hit subscribe and like this video, and let me know in the comments if you have any questions, or if you have rabbits from Polyface too. So Brad really wanted to get some rabbits from Polyface to see if we could increase our grow out rate for our rabbits. And what does that mean? Basically, he's interested to see if their rabbits grow out on pasture any faster than the rabbits we're currently raising. So we keep all of our breeding stock in cages up off the ground in the barn, and we put our meat rabbits out on pasture in hairpins is what Polyface calls them. I don't like to call them that. I like to call them rabbit tractors because they're not hares. But anyways, so we've been putting them out to finish them out that way, and we've noticed that some of them grow faster than others, and so we're not always completely satisfied with the weight that we get. We want to see if we can do better, right? What are we doing if we're not trying to do things better? So we got some of their rabbits to put to the test to see if they'll grow out any faster than what we're currently already doing. Right now, at about 12 weeks, we're getting about a 2-pound grow out average. If we wait till 16 weeks, we get about 3.5 pound grow out, which is a little bit more what I would like to have. And these weights I'm throwing at you are dressed. That is not a live weight. A lot of people wait till about 5 pounds lightweight, and they get about a 2.5 rabbit afterward. So we got some of these rabbits from Polyface to see if we can get them to grow out any faster on pasture. I got some clips of Polyface rabbitry I wanted to share with you, but I also walked out to their rabbit pasture and got some videos of their hairpin as well as just the pasture itself. It was so beautiful. I had to tell you about it and show it to you along with all the other views at Polyface. Also, I wanted to share with you some beautiful views on this trip through Virginia. I think Virginia is second most beautiful state to Tennessee. I guess third would be Kentucky. These are my 3 favorite states. I just love the drive, and we had beautiful blue sunny skies. All the old farmhouses. We don't have that many old farmhouses in Tennessee. With Virginia being one of the original 13 colonies, we have even more beautiful old homes. We are out here at the Polyface rabbit pasture, checking out their hairpins and seeing what we think about their creations versus what we've made at home. We followed their design, so shouldn't be too different. Does ours have the slant bars like that?
Uh-huh.
Focus and stuff is so much better on this camera. Oh, this one has a different wire on the end. It's like coated
Chicken wire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these are even smaller height-wise.
I wonder what their tubing is. Yeah.
It looks like the same tubing that the plastic.
So these are different than ours at home. This is a little bit shorter, and it looks like the whole roof just comes off. We did notice this one down here on the end. It looks like part of this roof comes off and it's taller, closer to the dimensions of ours at home. But there is some differences, and maybe they've modified them since writing the book or just went with whatever they had on hand. But I was looking at the pasture here, and it is absolute beautiful forage for rabbits. Look at all that clover. There was also a lot of plantain when I was walking in, and dandelion, both. Great foraging field for rabbits. Here we are at Polyface Farm. We're checking out the rabbits that will be going home with us. It is these two does here. I can't get it to focus. There we go. And this buck. Just different coloring than I've ever had. Hi, sweet boy. Hi, sweet boy. And this is a, you know what? She may be gray, or she may just be sprayed. That may just be urine on her. I don't know. We'll see. And then a black and white one. I'm hoping that black and white one will throw me some black babies. But here we are at Polyface Farm Rabbitry, seeing all their adorable rabbits. I wanted to show you this huge buck here at Polyface. It's a big old head, big old feet, big old body, huge ears. Can you see those ears? Big rabbit. The rabbitry at Polyface Farm. I have found that there are some cons to picking up rabbits from another rabbitry that you don't know intimately. And the number one con is these rabbits are not tame. I am so used to all my rabbits being easy to handle, friendly, not biting me, minimal scratching, welcome me when I walk up to their cage. These rabbits are not that. We got to Polyface and I said to the young lady helping us, she was so sweet, I said, do you mind if I hold these rabbits? And she's like, I guess not, if you know what you're doing, which was a sign to me that if they're not necessarily tame. But I got them out, showed them who was boss, handled them. If one really tried to squirm away, but for the most part, I was able to handle them with just a few scratches and put them back in. And then we went back. So this was on a Thursday. We met the rabbits, and then on Sunday we went back, and she had them in a cardboard box for us to pick up. So sweet, with our names on it. And we were able to get them from the boxes into our cages, our travel boxes, just fine. But getting them home, putting them in, I put them in a play yard to play in while I finished washing up their hutch or their cage, and handling them they were not excited for me to handle them. And I was very excited to handle them because these were my new rabbits, right? But I learned quickly I'm going to have to warm these rabbits up to me, get them used to my handling, let them know that I am their owner and I am in charge of their care and their well-being. And so every day at the end of the day, because they are in quarantine, they are from a different farm, we did not want to blend them in right away. So every day at the end of the day, we'll go out and try and at least pet them. Every once in a while I'll hold one, but for the most part, I'm just working on getting them used to my hand coming in and stroking them lightly. There's one in particular that doesn't even like that. She's bit and scratched my son several times. So all that to say is, when you are thinking about getting a rabbit from a farm, consider if they've handled their rabbits and if they're tame. Because even they may be the greatest meat grow outs, but if they're not tamed, how are you going to get in there and breed them? And that's the problem I'm going to be facing. Will I be able to comfortably get those does out of the cage and put them in with the buck, and then get them back out of the cage from the buck and put them in there? I might have to use gloves and sleeves, which is not my normal practice, I'm usually able to do that without any protection, but with these guys, I may have to. And hopefully with their offspring, if their moms are not mean, I will be able to condition their offspring to be nice. However, that being said, it could be in their genes that they're not friendly rabbits. We will only know in time what the demeanor of the offsprings will be. Their temporary cage location until they are past quarantine, and then they will go to the barn with the rest of our friends. Brad just screwed these little shelves onto our deck, and the rabbits are hanging out in there. They have some protection up here. This would not be suitable in the cold winter, or maybe even in the heat of the summer, but for fall temperatures, this little setup is fantastic. We love our trip to the Homesteaders of America conference. If you've ever thought about doing it, don't hesitate. Just go, enjoy time with your friends, meet up some people you've talked to online, and make a silly reel. We did that a time or two, maybe 3. Maybe I made 3 reels at the Homesteaders of America conference. No shame. If you saw me dancing at the side, yeah, that was me. Had a blast, made memories with some friends, and learned and brought back some information that re-energized and refueled us to keep working and building our homestead and our business. So I'll keep you updated on how these rabbits are doing. It may be a while as I give them quarantine for 2 to 3 weeks and then move their cage to the barn with the rest of our friends. Then I will start breeding them and we'll see how they do. And in the meantime, eat more rabbit.
Bye.
Can you move? Thank you.
That spinal column immediately. So it is the most instantaneous death. Once again, studies done by Texas A&M University. That's why we use this method, okay? I don't take this lightly. If you just want to watch something die, please leave. I don't support that, okay? This is a solemn moment for this animal. For me, I'm shaking already. This is not easy. Even though I've done this 1,000 times, it still is not something I love to do. Okay, I just want you guys to know that. I take no pleasure in this. This is just a necessary thing. So these animals are raised for.
Do I look cute?
Does she look cute? I think so. I got lipstick on you now when you take a picture.
Did you give me a red kiss?
I gave you a red kiss.
Yeah, baby. You smeared it in my
I smeared it in your cheek. Testing 1, 2, 3. It's a little windy. I'm not sure how this is going to work, but we're going to give it a try anyways. We better get inside before it starts raining, she says. Hey friends, Laura here with Cox Homestead, and I kind of want to update you. No, it's good. Hey friends, Laura here with Cox Homestead, and I wanted to update you on some things happening here at Cox Homestead. Why would I say that twice? Let's try it again.